Preliminary test for anions. We're going to talk about action, heat, and dilute acid tests. The dry heating test is the type of test whereby some salt undergo decomposition, thus evolving the gases, or may undergo characteristic changes in the color of the residue. This test is performed by heating a small sample of the mixture in a dry test tube. The purpose of this test is to observe the behavior and changes in a substance when subjected to high temperature. The substance may melt, vaporize, burn, or undergo decomposition. This helps to identify different compounds based on their characteristic reactions to heat. For example, sulfur leads to a distinctive odor and gas evolution, which is sulfur dioxide. During the action of heat test, you observe the color of the gas and the type of smell they emit. Now, when you observe a colorless gas with a smell of rotten egg, you know that sulfide are present. In this, what happens is hydrated sulfide decompose on heating. When you observe a colorless gas and odorless gas which turn lime water milky, you know that carbonates are present. A colorless gas with pungent smell which turn blue litmus paper red, you know that sulfites are present. Also, when you get a colorless gas with smell of ammonia, you know that ammonium is present. All ammonium salts decompose on heating. Ammonia turns, because it's alkaline, it turns red litmus paper blue. When you get a colorless gas with smell of vinegar, you know that acetate is present. Hydrated acetates on heating form acetic acid. Reddish brown gas forms nitrates. These nitrates and nitrites decompose to give NO2, while chloride gives a yellowish green gas. Bromide gives a reddish brown gas. Iodide gives a violet colored gas. Some salts produce residue which change color from green to yellow, you know is nickel, while some change color from blue to white, that indicate hydrated copper sulfate. Some salt change color while hot and while in cold, like zinc change from yellow in hot and white in cold. Lead brown when hot and yellow when cold. Some mixtures melt, meaning they undergo fusion. These salts dissolve in their own water of crystallization and appear to have melted. Some salts make a creaking sound. Creaking noise means the salt doesn't have natural water of crystallization, while some swell. Identification of acid radicals by dilute acid test. These acid radicals may be divided into three groups: dilute acid group, concentrated acid group, and independent radicals. When they don't fall into the dilute acid group, they might fall into the concentrated acid group. But when these two are not involved, that means these two radicals, sulfate SO4 2 minus and PO4 3 minus, are independent radicals. In the dilute acid test, what happens is you take the mixture and put it in a test tube and add 2 to 3 ml of dilute HCl or H2SO4. You smell and identify the gas. You use the same method for the concentrated acid group. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button.